A need expressed, a wish fulfilled, and hope for a brighter future. Around the world, people struggle to survive, to put food on their tables, pay for education for their children, and provide health care for their families. Credit unions serve as vital financial lifelines to people worldwide, improving members' lives through the global credit union system and the work of World Council of Credit Unions. We succeed thanks to the financial support of people just like you. Our WOCCU supporters, the credit unions, organizations, and individuals who provide significant annual financial support, help make World Council's development efforts possible. Your contributions enable us to serve people who need our assistance most in countries around the world. In 2008, WOCCU supporters contributed more than $1.4 million to the Worldwide Foundation for Credit Unions. This funding helped World Council continue its development programs, reaching more than 8 million people in 16 countries. Funding also helped bolster our advocacy efforts for better credit union regulation on behalf of member organizations from Costa Rica to Poland. Let us share with you stories from 3 countries in which WOCCU supporters have helped the working poor through credit unions. Through WOCCU's International Partnerships Program, made possible in part by WOCCU supporters, Glenda Hart is helping connect the Idaho Credit Union League with the Solomon Islands Credit Union League in the South Pacific. Glenda, who is President and Chief Executive Officer of L'État Federal Credit Union in Moscow, Idaho, traveled with a small delegation to the Solomon Islands in 2008 to teach accounting and record-keeping skills to island credit unions. Located 1,300 miles north of Australia's eastern coast, the Solomon Islands are home to more than 500,000 people and 159 credit unions. Credit union services are critical to the island nation's people, and volunteers like Glenda, who personally deliver assistance to Solomon Islands credit unions, have a direct impact on the financial well-being of people in need who live thousands of miles from her home. The good work funded by WOCCU supporters has had some of its greatest impact in Sri Lanka, where World Council's efforts have continued since 2004's devastating tsunami that destroyed many of the country's credit unions. Thanks to WOCCU supporters, World Council has helped rebuild those credit unions, as well as launch credit union strengthening programs to improve services to the rural poor. As a result, poor women farmers have improved their lives and those of their families through access to the credit and savings opportunities they need to lift themselves from poverty. There is no more dramatic example of working towards a brighter future than in Kenya, where World Council has 3 projects that help the country's rural and urban poor on multiple levels. One program is devoted to forming and financing value chains to help poor farmers through the many steps of the field-to-market agricultural cycle. By better managing the credit union risk related to making agricultural loans, the value chain methodology ensures that farmers use the loan funds to get their crops to market, and that those crops are sold for the highest possible price. The process moves subsistence farmers into small-scale commercial production, which not only financially benefits the farmers and their families, but also increases the supply of affordable food to local markets, a very positive effect in a country where hunger is a pervasive reality. In Kenya, the value chain concept takes on an additional dimension for people plagued by HIV/AIDS. In many cases, these social value chains emerging in Kenya are as important as their agricultural counterparts. Roughly 70% of the farming population is comprised of rural, low-income women. Some of the farmers who receive loans and are now part of the social value chain support garden projects to help feed local children who have lost their parents to AIDS. Without food supplied by the gardens, many of the children would go hungry or be forced to scratch out a dangerous and potentially deadly existence on Kenya's streets. Food grown and harvested by the social value chain provides them with the nutrition they need to study hard in school and ultimately create a better future. Christine Ayera is an orphan who cares for her 6 younger siblings. All 7 children now enjoy daily meals thanks to the farmers who tend the garden at the orphanage as part of their social value chain obligation. For Christine and others, food from the garden is important to their continued health and well-being. Adult volunteers also participate in WOCCU's program to care for the orphans. Volunteers like Margaret Natala, a teacher who was orphaned herself. Margaret now cares for 20 students under the age of 6. She loves volunteering despite the fact that it doesn't earn her an income. Instead, she depends on the sometimes inconsistent financial support of friends and neighbors. But Margaret knows from personal experience that when she helps an orphan, she helps the future of the community in which they both live. WOCCU supporters make possible the care provided by Margaret and others like her. WOCCU supporters embody the blend of financial and social values necessary to help many members of our global community. Your contributions enable WOCCU and the credit unions it supports to reach people in dire need, providing financial and social lifelines necessary for their survival. With your continued support, credit union members worldwide, many living below the poverty level, can improve their lives. Thank you for supporting World Council of Credit Unions in 2008 with your gift to the Worldwide Foundation for Credit Unions. We hope you will continue to play an active role in the global credit union community throughout 2009 by renewing your pledge as a WOCCU supporter. Your donations and involvement can give people like Christine Ayera and her 6 younger siblings hope for a brighter future. Thank you.